Hello, 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 everybody. Look who we have with us this evening. Everybody say hi to Jules. Hi, Jules. How are you? Oh, she's muted. Give her a second. How's everybody doing? All right, she probably stepped away while I was playing my intro, so we'll give her a minute. I tell you what, I am out of breath. I just literally ran us to our car and got the heck out of that parking lot before anybody else could get out of there. And I'm going to show you me. You'll see I am totally sweaty. Hi. I am all sweaty. I've been standing out in the sun for hours, and it is like 110 degrees here. So let me check chat. When you're here, just let us know, Jules. My girls' cheer team got 3rd place out of 8, so that's good. I literally haven't even sat down my purse yet. I'm going to turn off my ringer. Yeah, we raced home. It was only about a 5-minute drive from home, but we raced home. And I was like, I'll talk to you in just a little bit to my little girl. So Jesse's going to be coming up as well. Just got to wait for him. He said he's getting coffee and waking up. He's in Thailand, so that's pretty cool. Let me go here. Oh, what a day. Whew. I might have to go grab me another water or turn on my fan, but then I think that would mess with my audio. All right, so let me just say hi to everybody while we're waiting for Jules to come back to her computer. All right, so hi, April. How are you doing? April Standridge. And if you hear my puppies in the background, they're riled up from Mama getting home. Delana, hello, hello. Peyton is here. Tina B, hi, girl. Rescue Mom. See, Jesse's coming. All right, K.A. Pisces, Earthkeeper, Legendary. Hi, Mrs. Kelly, Legendary CEO. Mwah. Hello. DS, hello, hello, Mom for Life. All right. Jules, let us know when you're here.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Hey, girl, how are you?
My back chat. I didn't want to interrupt what you were telling people hi.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have my dog over there digging for a comfy spot on my pillow. So.
Oh, yeah, mine do the same.
Here's Jessie. There we go. Yep, I feel the same way. Dolly, baby, hello. Austin, hi. And Peyton Sleuthin, the truth is here. I like that channel. All right.
Me too. I do. I like her.
Yes, me too. Hi, Paige. How are you doing? Okay, I'll say hi to more in just a minute. I want to say hi to Jules. So how are you doing, girl? Thank you for coming to join us.
Oh, of course. I'm glad that you decided to do this. I really like the way your brain works. So I was glad to be able to get on here and talk to you. I'm sorry I didn't get the chance to call you earlier. It's just Fridays are usually really busy with work calls.
No worries. No worries. It's okay.
How was your day?
Oh my God. I'm so tired. My makeup's all melted off. I'm sweating to death. But we do what we got to do for our girls, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I have my camera off, really, because it's like my kids come in and out, but they're pretty much okay if I have my drape down. But it is like hot and nasty, and I need my fans and my little backdrop to just be all over the place. So I'm just like, let me have this camera off because I can't live without my air. Oh, I think
They
you're
heard
muted.
something. They heard something and had to.
Oh, the
My
dogs.
goodness. They're little bitty dogs. I have 3 of them. There's a Min Pin, a Chihuahua Min Pin mix, a Dachshund, and a Yorkie. They're little bitty,
cool.
and they're all guard dogs.
Aren't the little ones always?
Yes.
I have border collie siblings, and they're little cowards. They don't do anything.
Michael Wimmer, thank you for joining us. Hi, Dolly baby. How are you? Pink Butterfly, you have been with me from day one. I remember you from day one. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? Criminality's in the house. All right. So I literally have to get my bearings here. Let me grab my notes. I'm going to turn on my other lamp and lose the outer shirt and just go to my tank top. So I'm going to turn off my camera too.
Okay.
It's too hot. I got to cool off for a minute.
I know you have to take the air. It's the most important thing.
Yes. But I'm not going to be on camera in just my little tank top. So, okay. Haven't even taken my shoes off yet.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. I was like, they're waiting for me. I have to hurry. And she was like, it's okay, Mom. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, no rushes.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a million things they're doing all the time.
Yes. I've seen people run half an hour late before. It's not that big a deal. But me, it bothers me because I am always on time. I am usually early. My goodness. Okay, now I'm all ready. So tell me, I did watch your video earlier about the documents.
Yeah.
They came out. I really liked it.
Thank you.
I really liked it. Jesse's backstage, so I'm going to bring him on up. Are you ready, Jesse? All right. Are you awake, buddy?
Just barely.
Hey there, Jesse.
Hey, Julez, I'm a big fan.
Hey, thanks.
It's still early here. I usually do shows in the middle of the night in Thailand, and my house is quite quiet, and the kids are sleeping. But as about right now, the kids are still running around. My wife's cooking food, but I just woke up to this. I'll try and show you guys. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh,
my daughter did a family photo,
that's
family
cute.
portrait, I guess.
That's really
Aww.
cute. It's a nice little wake up surprise.
Heard you guys complaining about the heat. I'm pretty used to it over here, so I won't bother.
Yeah, Texas is living in hell.
Hey, Tattletales is here. Hello, how are you? They say, glad I won't be called stupid here and have my intelligence questioned. That's right. I am of a rare breed. I am looking at literally both sides of this. I haven't decided one way or another. I was going through my screenshots earlier. I'm going to go get this picture from my email because you guys are not going to believe this. I found this in my screenshots from an early news report, and I'm going to show everybody, and you guys tell me what the heck this is because I totally forgot about this picture.
Is this like from like right after the incident happened?
Yes, this is from right after, and trouble downloading the file. Hang on just a second because I was sitting there watching her game, and let me go to my screenshot. And I was like, trying to get prepared for this. And I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and, see if there's anything else that I want to show tonight. And here it is. I'm going to have to send it to myself again. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that photo. I totally forgot about that photo. You guys, I've always wondered what the heck it is. They were outside that's where I can't think and do this at the same time. There we go. They were outside the home and they were taking photos of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a photo that somebody took mail. My God. Mail.yahoo. There we go. And it's very interesting. I don't know if anybody has seen this in a long time. No, I don't want to go to that email. No. Okay, hold on. CrimeSleuthin. There we go. So I don't want to send a code. Hold on. I'm just going to go to my email because I know I sent it from my Gmail over to my Yahoo. So I'll just get it from there. I mean, yeah, I appreciate them keeping us safe, but come on.
It can get annoying after a while.
Yes. Okay, got it. All right, so let me show you guys this photo and tell me what you think. Let me close out my email, though. That might be a good idea. Okay. Now I just saved it to, I believe, downloads. Here it is. Okay, so this was right outside the house, and it was 7 months ago. And what is that they're taking a photo of? This was on the news, and if you notice, there's a blur right here. Do you see it?
It's not showing on the screen.
Oh, my Lord. Hold on. I'm doing too much too fast. There we go. Okay, so this is, I'll start over. This is a photo that showed up on the news one night, and this is outside the house. What the heck is that? And they put a blur on it. Chat, what do you think?
Is that little wooded area behind?
Yes, it's the wooded area. It's up on the hill next to the house. You see over here, you can see the intersection right there. There's houses back there.
It's tough to really see anything, but I see what you mean. It does look like something could have been blurred out.
It does. That's interesting.
Strange?
Yeah, because they're getting pretty close and personal to take some photos there too.
Yeah, they were taking a photo of it.
And it wouldn't be being blurred out unless there's a reason. That's
yeah, I wondered if they found something bloody out there.
I mean, maybe, but they sure are acting as if there was no trail of anything outside of that house. Which, I mean, I guess still no trail could have been picked up, but there still have been something, but it'd be difficult to see how that would be possible. But yeah, it does look very blurred.
I've always kind of wondered, is that a hoodie maybe?
Like a piece of clothing, something dark, yeah. That's interesting.
Looks like a jacket. Let's see. Can you see it now?
Yeah, you can tell something looks blurry.
And you can kind of see that it's kind of large.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
it would
is
kind
interesting.
of be the size of a jacket maybe, or a hoodie.
I mean, but the focus is away from that dark spot in the middle, whatever that is. You can see the photographer is not zooming in on that. It's the blurry spot that they're concentrating on.
Yeah, and the crime scene tape ends right behind that.
Yeah, they were inside on the I think they were on the top of the hill. Like the house where I can't place it. I really can't place it. I can see, what is that back there? Is that a house? Oh, I see where they are.
Can you tell?
Yes. Okay, so this is the house. If I were to go on Google Maps, I could show you. I think the house is down here. If I'm not wrong. Because this looks like one of the neighbors' houses. And I can't tell. I can see like a street sign over here.
Well, it's definitely inside of their area. So yeah, that's interesting. That would have had to have been something that
Start
the
with that and
police.
see what everybody thought, because it was, I just came across it today and I thought, wait a minute, I forgot all about this.
Yeah, and it would almost be as if, the police would have had to have told them, hey, you have to blur this out if you're going to use this photo.
Yeah, see, this was straight off of television.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so
I
they
bet
blurred
we
it.
could go.
Oh, they blurred it on a video. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting for sure.
So yeah, if you guys, want to go back to look that up, 10.6 million views 7 months ago. I mean, it was, well, no, this one views, sorry. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I wanted to show that and see what everybody thought. I'm going to check chat real quick before. I did another little screenshot to see if I could get closer, and I can't really tell what it is. But there might be something here.
I'm going to go have to look at that video because, yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, so where shall we begin? I know I just asked you, what do you thought about the new documents? There's a new one that just popped up tonight, but it's not really that big a deal. It's let's see, 2 more notices of hearing, or is it 1 more? I haven't looked.
I actually didn't know that. This is the first time I've been on the computer in a little bit. I didn't even know.
It's another one by Brian Kohberger, buying through his attorney. Pull it over here.
My rule of thumb is before I make a decision on how big of a deal the documents are, I have to watch Julez of all trades to see what she says, because she seems to know a lot more than I do about it. I know I was on panel with CJ when the alibi doc dropped, and CJ and I got quite excited about it, and then Julez dropped her video discussing how it was pretty much a nothing burger and just cleverly worded word salad type stuff. And
well, you haven't
thought
looked up on it yet, Jesse. It might not be a nothing burger.
Yeah, I guess it was. Well, Julez did a pretty good job describing what it was, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how I interpreted it. I mean, I don't have a law degree. I have a criminal justice degree, so I don't really know a lot of legal stuff, but I try to go over them and try to figure out how it would make sense. And I just didn't see anything that was specific. And they're bringing up stuff about guilty or trial by combat, and it just didn't seem like it had a lot of.
Do you think it's fair to say that they were making insinuations about Bethany Funk, or is that just buying too much into it?
No, I think that the statement that he makes about his alibi coming out in some sort of cross-examination leads more to something about that than these documents do. These documents it seems like they're targeted more towards the grand jury just in general. And if the defense is the one using Bethany, then she wouldn't have been there. I guess the state could have changed their mind and called her in, and that's just something we might not know about. But I mean, in this, it seems like they're basing their entire motion to dismiss on them assuming that the grand jury didn't understand their assignment. That's basically like the gist of it, to me anyway. And I think the lawyer, went over them, and he was kind of having some difficulty understanding why they were citing the things they were citing and what, point they were trying to make with it too. And it just
lawyer, was saying he was perplexed by it. Yeah.
Oh, he was
he
tired,
was like, what is
When
happening?
he was trying to cover them. He was so tired. So this is just so I can get this off my screen. It's just the notice of hearing that they're going to cover these things as well as the other things that were on the other one. They just want to put it on the record that they're covering all of that.
Okay, on the 18th, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot that's going to happen on that date. Do I pull them up or not? Okay, so in chat, if you have not yet seen I'll pull it up. If you have not seen, I'll do this one first. If you have not seen this document, which is the state's response to defendants' 5th and 6th. No, that's wrong, is it? Yep, that's wrong. Hold on. State's response. Okay, there's the motion to dismiss. I think this is really the one we're going to barely be talking about anyway. If you have not yet seen this, let me know in chat. And I'm not going to read this whole thing. I don't think it. I could not believe that that lawyer, read the whole thing. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
23 pages of like annotations. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what is happening? Yeah. Maybe
So
that's the reason why I have my feelings towards it. I just feel like it's a lot for, they're not really saying too much in all of it. Like all the
yes,
pages for what, really?
it's a ton of semantics, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But if you
And what
haven't seen
about
it yet,
citing case law from hundreds of years ago?
Hello, Wilby. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Hi, Rachel. Just thought, oh, hey, where'd she go? Mallory's here. Hi, how are you? Okay, all right. So instead of going through all of this, I'm just going to put the link real quick in the chat. Anybody can go look at it. I'm just going to go over kind of just a few notes that I took on it myself, my thoughts, you could say. And I'll make it brief because I know everybody's pretty much seen this already. Let's see. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I support both sides and I want to see both sides, I don't think that he's guilty, and I don't think that he is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But for purposes of what we do, I don't really look at it either way yet because it really could go either way. Honestly, there's so much that we don't know. So I wrote here little paragraphs. Says, I haven't seen what the state has. Nobody has yet. The state did get a lot of warrants. Plus, they have all the physical evidence that we don't know about yet from the house itself and his personal belongings from Pennsylvania that we have yet seen and we don't know the full details of, such as his phone, text records, call records, his location information from that, all the social media records, all of his devices, phones, computers, hard drives, thumb drives, they got everything. And then, of course, we'll have the Burla report on the vehicle. And on the flip side of that, I don't really read too much into this document by Anne either, because although she cannot lie, she can still lie by omission. So she can leave things out to make him appear more innocent, such as the one where she stated the fact that there's no explanation for there being none of the victim's DNA in Brian's car, apartment, or office. Okay, but what she didn't say is that investigators found none of Brian's DNA in the house other than the touch DNA on the sheet. So
is that a fact? Is that stated in court documents as well?
The it does say that they, of course we all know about his DNA being on the sheet, but it doesn't say anywhere in anything that his DNA has or has not been found anywhere else in the house.
Right.
We didn't know about that yet.
Right.
And if she does, surely they know by now if DNA was found somewhere else at the scene. They already know, but you bet they wouldn't include that in any of their motions that they know the public can read. So that's how they can kind of get around and use semantics and wordplay and word salad,
Yeah.
Because we have no idea, other than the PCA, what the state or the defense has. And the PCA was only enough to get an arrest, not a conviction. Now, I'm low-key hoping that, we'll get the state's response and then the judge will rule, hopefully soon. I kind of want the defense to win this motion.
I'd like for it to not maybe not completely dismiss.
No,
but for them wanting to go back to the original plan of the preliminary, I would be totally fine with that. That's how I hope that this goes.
Exactly. Now I'm also low-key hoping that the state will include some of maybe a hint of his DNA being in the house, but I don't think that they will, because I don't think they're as interested in a public trial before the trial as the defense is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And that wouldn't have to be in court documents if they had DNA samples on, say, like dressers and kitchen tables.
well, yeah, it's
You don't
going to
think
be.
they would have had to put that in court documents yet?
Yeah, they have to hand all that over.
But it
Whatever the
wouldn't
state has,
necessarily
it-
mean public record yet.
Not public, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I thought about this long ass document that Anne filed is there's the substantive right that they keep talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it to mean that it is a right guaranteed in the United States Constitution before Idaho became a state. So it's a substantive right. It supersedes the state constitution. So no statute or law can be made that takes that right away.
Kind of like something being grandfathered in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and I did something else here. Okay. And it does say, I found a news clip and an article on CNN that did a really concise job explaining what the Idaho law and statutes are. And it does say that it's supposed to be beyond a reasonable doubt for PCAs in Idaho, if it's a probable cause affidavit.
But is that the same stipulations for a grand jury?
Yeah, the grand jury, yes. That's what it says. Let's see. Okay, so this motion is claiming that the Idaho statute calls for grand juries to be instructed as to beyond a reasonable doubt, and that didn't happen, so the indictment should be thrown out.
I wish they would have given an example as to how they know that. Like, are they going based off of the statutes themselves, or are that's what I'm trying to figure out, because there was no specifics. Like, they're not claiming we went over the grand jury transcripts, we didn't hear them being verbally instructed correctly. This is something that we need to address. This is the reason why this should be dismissed. It was just a whole bunch of like different types of scenarios that they just kept throwing in there.
Here we go. I hate that when I click on a link, it pulls up in my other browser window. I have to drag it over here. Okay. Their banner on the top is really large. I'm sorry. And it doesn't go away. So there we go.
I've been told that photo of him is photoshopped by a photo editor. Yeah, I sent some information stating that this person that does like professional photo editing, they've been coming across a lot of photos of Brian whenever he's in court, and he can tell that they've been professionally photoshopped to change his face.
To make him look more sinister there. Right?
Yeah, look at his eyes.
Yeah,
like,
I
mean, he was actually looking quite good. There's some other photos out there that have put like a 5 o'clock shadow on him, suggesting he's a good-looking guy, but he looks pretty ugly in that one.
Yeah, he looks really scary.
So I'll try to get through this pretty quick because I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to put this in chat too. I always forget to do that. Because this is actually a pretty good article on this particular subject.
Oh, that is CNN as well. And CNN, we already know, is guilty of photo editing. You remember they changed the color of Joe Rogan's skin a couple years back when he got sick. They wanted to make him look sicker, and they put that yellow tint on his skin. So it's ironic that it's CNN that's doing the photo editing.
Yeah, hang on just a second. All right, I have to type that real quick. So see that chat for me really quick, y'all. Okay, so the prosecutors requested in their motion, I haven't pulled that one up, but I'll just kind of go over it really quick. Prosecutors requested in their motion that the defense provide information on the specific place or places where Kohberger claims to have been during the time of the crimes, as well as names and addresses of all witnesses they plan to use to establish an alibi. And then they keep going on, blah, 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 blah. The reason I don't give that much attention is because, let's see, Idaho Statute 19519, the one that they keep quoting, it is only applicable if he is raising the alibi defense. It says so in the statute. If the person is raising an alibi defense, then it applies. So he's not required to do anything. He's not required to speak. He's not required to give an alibi. Nothing. So it's actually a pretty smart move to just let it go. They're not going to be forced. I guarantee you they're not going to be forced to provide an alibi. And what this does is it puts all of the pressure on the state, the witnesses, and the evidence. And so, when we get to trial, if the witnesses lie or any evidence is faulty, they can do what's called impeaching it. They'll throw it out. So, and then that will create reasonable doubt. So it's kind of like the OJ style of defense.
A lot about OJ keeps popping up in this case.
I know, right?
It's kind of weird. Since the beginning, his lawyer was talking about Kaylee having a stalker from super soon after the incident, right? He just inserted himself out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been kind of strange.
And then the defense on the motions that we were just talking about, here's they allege that the grand jury was misled to the standard of proof required for an indictment. And I'm going to go back down here and see where. Okay, Idaho's criminal procedure law defines a presentment as a formal statement by the grand jury indicting to a court that a crime has been committed and that there are reasonable grounds that the person named in the presentment committed the crime. In comparison, an indictment under Idaho law is a written accusation presented by the grand jury charging a person with a public offense. Kohberger's attorney argued that the indictment should either be dismissed or treated as a presentment and have a preliminary hearing. However, this part right here, this was on page 6, if anybody's wondering, if you want to pull it up and read this part of the motion. Because I noted it and I was just I didn't know what to think about it, but this kind of put it into words for me. They acknowledge in the motion that the quote, defense recognizes that the whole of modern jurisprudence on this issue is against it, unquote. I found that very interesting, and I don't totally understand it, but
sounds to me like they're admitting they're going for a Hail Mary.
Yeah. They know they're not going to win, but they're sure trying.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting.
I mean, they're both sides are putting up a hell of a fight, I guess. It's been interesting to watch.
Oh, have you guys ever seen this website?
What
The
is that?
ACLU has a website that shows every state that has the Stingray devices. And I think you've heard me talking about them before, Jesse. Have you seen the Stingray?
I remember that, but I was a little unclear if those were used to catch people who you were already onto, or if they're catching people before you're aware of them. I thought that it was more they use a Stingray when they're during an investigation when they're already looking at you. Does anybody know?
They can go back. Yeah, they can go back. There was another one I can pull up that explains how they can use it as a dragnet.
So wait, what is this Stingray thing?
A Stingray is a tracking devices that police officers use, and
a physical tracker that they stick on something.
It mimics a cell tower, so it grabs your cellular data by mimicking a cell tower.
It's just a cell tower.
But it's like the pictures showed it like it was in the back of a big van, and this device that's going to grab your cell data. But when I saw it, it just sort of looked like something they would use when they already have a suspect and they're trying to,
like whenever they already have surveillance all set up.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like something you can use to go back and see what a guy did a month ago. But I could be wrong. That was just my impression.
I guess it would all depend on what exactly it pulls from the phone whenever it allows the signals to interfere through it or be intercepted by it anyway.
So here's a good explanation of. I'm going to have to start this page over again.
So is this what you're saying that they would have used on him?
Yep, that's right here. So there was a crime that was committed. They had blurry video, blah, 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 right? But they didn't have any other leads. There were no known witnesses to the crime. So, Google. Google is actually a huge dragnet for the police. So, you would not believe what they have on your device, even if your phone is.
Oh yes, I do. I'm aware.
It's crazy.
I'm aware. I'm in that rabbit hole.
It's so crazy what they know, and they can pull that off. Even if your phone's off, they still know what you're doing.
Yeah,
because it's still gathering information. So as soon as you turn it on, off, that information goes right to Google. So, and this guy was actually, I heard about this case. He was falsely accused because of Google.
Wow.
And it was, oh man, I'm going to put this one in. You guys have to read this article. It's really, really good. But it explains so much that they can get off of your device. They can pick a neighborhood, for example, and then put like a dragnet around it and see every device that was on in that area at a certain date and time. So that's how they help.
So they can. So does that mean they can go back and look at past history of devices that might have been on previously?
Yes, and they did have a warrant. Did you see the one for the AT&T cell tower company?
Yeah, but I guess I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess if it's like a mobile device, but if it's like, so it picks up every type of device, whether it be mobile or Wi-Fi based?
Yeah, I think it's everything, every device in the area.
Well, when we did the live the other day, you brought up a lot of videos where they showed how phones were tracked, whether they were turned off, turned on airplane mode. But we keep on hearing in court documents for this case that Brian turned off his phone, and you hear people like Daniel from Drunk Turkey talk about he thinks he's potentially guilty because it's suspicious that he turned off his phone. And I just keep on hearing throughout this case about him turning off his phone as if they lose the ability to track him once he's turned off his phone. Which goes against some of the
surprises coming on that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. It seems odd that they keep on referencing when he's turned off the phone, and then there's a lack of information. It seems like they provide data of he's here, and then he turns off his phone, and then he reappears, and they make it seem like there's this giant hole during that period of time, and maybe if you take the batteries out, like maybe if you just power off, and I guess you can't even take the batteries out of a new iPhone, but yeah,
most of the new Androids either.
It just seems like they continue to reference a dead zone, a hole where he's turned off his phone and there's no data coming in. So I mean, if it comes back that they were tracking it the entire time, then they've certainly been misleading in the documentation, I think.
So you mean if they were tracking him prior to the incident, then they're definitely lying about those gaps?
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, if they have the data to fill in those gaps, yet everything they're giving us references no data during that period of time, right?
Oh, like if they have the capabilities? Yeah, well, I mean, if the feds are involved, they definitely have the capabilities.
I want to say hi really quick to Scarlett. You guys, this is where I am almost every night. I love her channel. I love her late night lives. And I have to make myself turn it off and go to bed because I really enjoy the conversations that we have over there. So it's Lost Souls TCN Chat is the channel. If I was running late and I didn't even check and see what mods I have here. Oh my gosh. I hope everything's okay in chat. I didn't even check. Do I have mods? Oh my gosh. I can't even see in StreamYard chat. I guess everything's okay.
There's a wrench by the name of Peyton in the
Oh,
chat.
okay. Peyton's good. All right. She's awesome. Okay.
And then Delana. I don't want to say her name wrong.
Delana. Okay. Delana's okay. Great.
Yeah, those are the two that I'm seeing.
Okay. Let me see. There's a few more people that came in I haven't said hi to really quick. Hi, Richie. OCD Shaggy. Hello, hello. It's jumping on me, guys. Sorry. Julie Dunn. Oh, Brian Hoffman. Hello. And Lisa R. Hope and Happiness. I love your name. Danny. A lot of you guys have been here for a long, long time. Oh, and just so you guys know, I do have memberships now. Just to take I hate to even market myself like that, but I'm just going to take a moment to let you know. If you join, I'm going to be having some true crime trivia chats and lives and some other games that we can play together. Just have some chill out nights, music and games, and just have fun and play some. I found some really cool true crime trivia games that we can all play. It's really fascinating. And then I'll do some live sleuthing where we will pick up a case and I'll have a couple people on panel and we'll literally sleuth on the case live all together. So just dig and dig and dig, and you guys can kind of see how we do it.
I need to get my kid on those. She told me a few days ago that she changed her mind from being a nurse to now she wants to be a FBI agent. So I said, we better start getting on these cases then, girl. Start studying.
Hi, Richard. Criminality join. Thank you so much. Yep, it's only $1.99. So I'm just keeping it really, really low. No big deal. Just I haven't been doing a whole lot of lives, so it's really hard. I don't do a whole lot of lives. I just haven't been, but I want to do it more and more. And I'm starting to, get back into the swing of it. For those who don't know, my daddy passed away at the end of February, and I was gone for 2 months dealing with all of that. And I'm still doing the probate stuff, but on the estate and all that. But I was just devastated for several weeks there. It was hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I got out of the habit of doing lives, and I'm just not getting back into it. So I really appreciate every one of you for being here. Truth Seeker's here. Hi. How are you doing? So yeah, I really appreciate you guys' support. Here's some more people. Mrs. John E. Knapp. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Sportsy Girl. That sounds like a name that my daughter would have. My little cheer girl. She did so good. And I really wish, that YouTube wasn't so full of doxers and stuff, because I would totally share the adorable video of their cheer routine. But it has their team and all that on there, so.
Yeah, people are rude. You got to keep all the cute stuff away from the internet.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hello. Yes. Thank you so much, Hossein. Thank you for joining. Oh, Richie joined too. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's probably, hang on. Gotta wait for just a second.
So how you drinking your coffee there, Jesse?
Just cream for me. Got to ditch the sugar these days. But yeah, she was talking about crazy people on the internet just appearing on a few panels over the last week or so. And I checked my email inbox yesterday, and it's just full of garbage from weirdos.
Yeah.
20, 30 emails at a time about stuff.
And in all caps most of the time, yelling their stuff at you.
Oh, man. You guys must get a ton of that.
Yeah. So much of it that it's hard to actually get to the ones that are important. Yeah.
And the way it's presented, there's just no way that you're even going to look at it, right? Like, I didn't even open them. It's just, you want to contact me and give me some information. I don't need 30 emails with all caps.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's a bit excessive. Thank
this
you,
is-
criminality.
This is for
Thank
you.
you.
Okay. Want to make sure you saw that. Yeah, I'm so sorry that I had to start late, you guys. I could move my laptop and everything into the office and keep going. But basically, like, we have a gigantic bedroom, and I use like a huge corner just for me, for my little bedroom office, because from in here I can see outside and I have a really pretty view. So I just like being in here. The office, I don't like the view from in there. But unfortunately, I am going to. I really want to keep going so much, guys. But family comes first, and my husband has to get up at 4:45, and he wants to come to bed. So
Really?
yes, yeah, he works 4 12-hour shifts in a row, and then he's off for 3 days, which is nice. But I had meant to start a little earlier, and so what do you think? Do you think maybe I could just redo this a little earlier tomorrow, or continue this? I have another one scheduled for Sunday afternoon because that's a really good time for everybody. What do you guys think? Do you think I should continue this tomorrow or wait till Sunday?
I mean, it just depends on whatever is good for your schedule.
Either's fine for me. I know. Let's see. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm okay for any time, Saturdays and Sundays. And I'm okay until around 10 p.m. my time, 10:30 at the latest. But he is hot and sweaty and tired from being out there in the sun. So he wants to come in, take a shower, and go to bed. So I'm gonna let him do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing stuff Saturday morning, just staying around the house the rest of the weekend, really. So just shoot me an email and I'll jump back on whenever you want to get back on it.
Okay, yeah, because I have several other things that I want to go over and get your take on, and yours too, Jesse. Where you're at though in Thailand, do you prefer as late as possible in our time zone?
Yeah, I mean, around this time is okay. It's 10 a.m. now. I'm usually up till 3 or 4 in the morning, so sometimes it's tough to get out of bed at 8 or 9 a.m. But by this time I'm up and I've had 3 cups of coffee so far, so feeling pretty good.
Sounds like me every morning. I have to have it. My morning don't feel right without it.
Well, I know from here in like 45 minutes, usually Scarlett is going live, so I will probably just move myself to another room for a little while and hang out over there. As far as this, let's pause until tomorrow, and I'll schedule another one, and then I've got mine on Sunday afternoon too. That's on, let's see. Yeah,
maybe next time we can play some of those Ken Mains clips and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Jesse's been sending me some material. I found some things too that's going to show like the before and after attitude that a whole bunch of these anchor people have had, and big YouTubers. So they might not like it, but oh well.
Somebody already did one on Ken Mains. I don't know if you got a chance to look at that link I sent you, but it's essentially just an entire video. It goes about half an hour, breaking down all Ken Mains takes.
Oh,
and
wow.
he's a pretty opinionated guy, so it's pretty entertaining.
I don't want to go that far. I just want to focus on what people were saying about before the results came back and they did not find the DNA, the victim's DNA in his car apartment, right? They were all saying that if they did find it, he was done for, right? And then they came back and said that they haven't. There is none of their DNA. But we have to also keep in mind what I said earlier, that we don't know if his DNA is elsewhere in that house either. So it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
But I just find that they kind of changed their tune afterwards.
Is this something I should watch? I don't like, people talk about this Ken Mains guy a lot, but I honestly can't put a name to the face. Is this somebody I might need to like look at since it wants to be a discussion?
Well, he's a pretty famous cold case investigator.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 100,000 subs on YouTube. I don't know if that is something that you care about. But
Not
I
really.
mean, he's he's I don't think you'd like him, to be honest with you. He's pretty arrogant and opinionated, and he's very anti. He thinks everybody's guilty, and he's not really up for fair trials. I mean, he just wants to nail everybody to the wall. But I mean,
Well, that's
he's
not
accomplished. He knows what he's accomplished. He knows what he's doing. I find it interesting. Just I'm one of those guys. I want to take information from every angle, see what
Yeah.
everybody's saying, including I mean, you don't like Jennifer Coffendorfer, but you still listen to what she's saying, right?
I mean, no.
That's what I was gonna say.
I
But-
get sent stuff that she says. I don't go looking for what she's got a blabbermouth about. Not
okay.
at all.
Okay. Well, I'd say Ken Mains
She's
is
kind of
not in
jumped the
the.
shark on this case. She's done very well in other cases, but this one, no.
Ken Mains
lost
is
a
a
lot
lot
of
more
evidence.
in reality than Jennifer Coffendorfer. But the one
Yeah.
link that I sent to CrimeSleuthin was really good because at one point in there, he's describing how he's got personal bias as a law enforcement officer and how he realizes himself that he has this bias.
Oh, well,
But
that's
because
good.
it's his job, there's nothing he can do about it. He's so passionate that he wants to convict these guys. And if it's a guy he likes for the crime, everything he sees, he convinces himself is evidence against that person. And I think he accurately describes basically the opinion of most law enforcement and a lot of the people that are discussing this case, and a lot of how they have that personal bias because they're emotionally invested in it. And it's a horrible crime with some tragedy to the victims, and you want justice. So, you want people to be guilty more, and you're not thinking rationally a lot of times. And so that's what I gathered from that bit of the Ken Mains video.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that they
I'll see
also
you
don't
later,
want
probably.
they also don't want it to be to where, the team that they've been on pretty much their entire adult career might actually be wrong. So I can see why it's more of like it's more personal that they have it right. They have to have it right, in their capacity. I mean, I get it.
You don't have your Twitter DMs on, do you, Jules?
I never ever hardly get on there to check anything.
I just email with her. Seems to be pretty
Yeah.
easy. Delana
Well,
says
you could forward it to her, I guess, the Ken Mains video if you are interested in it. I've already sent it to you.
Yeah, I'll go check them out.
Delana says at Jules, I've been catching up on many of your videos. Much love. I'm allergic to BS too. Exactly. Same. I say that all the time.
Yeah, they need to make a Benadryl for that because it's ridiculous.
It is. There's certain other things that I have enjoyed talking with you about too. Just an email.
Yeah, we're gonna continue that conversation on the phone here soon. Hopefully this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. Well, guys, I'm gonna go grab myself a snack and get ready for Scarlett's.
Take care of that husband of yours.
Huh?
Take care of that husband of yours.
Oh, I do. I just totally neglected him today. Sorry. It's been a busy cheer mom stuff is hard, y'all. It's hard. They make you sit directly in the sun for hours and just watch the girls practice and then get ready for the routine. But they did so good. So proud of them. Mine's going into 6th grade, middle school, and she's awesome. She looks like the epitome of a cheerleader. She's adorable.
That's awesome.
Having so much fun. So I'm going to grab me a snack and I'll be back on here. Oh, hey. One of my favorite channels is here, Southern Logic. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for coming by.
I love Southern Logic as well.
Yeah, I like his level-headedness.
I believe, was I not one of your very first subscribers? I believe I was. I believe I've been following him since day one.
Yeah, I like him.
Several other channels. Yeah, he's really doing really good. I love how he thinks too. I like, straight shot, no BS, no drama. You don't have to
honest opinions, not fitting a narrative or trying to be popular opinion. I want your honest opinion. Yeah.
Exactly. And he was also one of my first subscribers too. So
there you go.
I think he joined me when I was he was already at like 3,000 and I was at like 1,000, I think is kind of when we met. But he's doing good. Very proud of you, Southern Logic. All right, Millie, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my voice from screaming all day too.
Are you the one? Are you cheering with them?
Oh yeah, I mean we have to cheer and scream every time they did, something else. It was fun. It was a fun night. But I'm sweating. Whew. I thought they said that it was going to be over at 8:30. And I was like, it's 5 minutes away. No big deal. Come back home. Yeah, I'm sorry I was late, everybody, but I'm going to reschedule for tomorrow. Riddler, hello. How are you doing?
Just drop that link in the chat for you, Jules, if you're interested in the Ken Main stuff.
Oh, in the private chat? Okay. Oh,
So I'll
yeah.
reschedule. I'll chat with Jules and see exactly what time is good. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Alrighty.
I'm going to
Bye,
try
you guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, bye everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I am going to play my outro so I can continue to chat a little bit and say hi to a few people while I'm leaving. Thank you so much, Jesse, and I will probably see you again too.
Bye,
tomorrow.
Jesse.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
Jules.
guys.
We'll get more into it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. This is literally just part one. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. Cheer stuff is rough, y'all. It made me really late. So we're going to pick up again tomorrow. And we do have some really, really cool stuff to check out with you guys together. So thank you again for coming. You guys have a great night. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.